Okay.
You're beautiful the way you are, baby.
Thank you, girl.
Yes, you are.
Is Buchi's mic on?
Yes.
Okay.
You're loving my ad-libs.
Logistic manager to the rest.
My Oga.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, I know. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Old Fashioned Friends podcast. My name is Yemi and I'm joined by
Christine.
Faith. No full name.
Okay.
Faith.
I love the way Christine said Christine and looked at Yemi so lovingly.
She's always like that. Christine is such a sweet person. Well, if this is your first time joining us, please subscribe to our channel. If you're listening to us on Spotify as well or Apple Podcasts, feel free to follow us and give us a rating. A little bit of disclaimer today, guys. We're going to be talking about something that is fairly serious and a bit traumatizing for some people, but take it as a conversation between three friends. We are not here to give you a rule or to impose our opinion on anyone. We're just discussing things from our perspective, how we grew up, our background, and our culture. We're going to be talking about purity culture, sex, religious conditioning, and sometimes shame. I know that this can be a very sensitive topic for some people. We will try to approach it with care and with love and with dignity. But please know we're not doing this to shame anyone or to impose our opinion on anyone. We're just, again, sharing things from our own perspective. As four friends, because we have our producer in the background and Buchi, our logistics manager.
Yo.
So I'm just going to dive right in.
You're shaking like
Yes. We're unpacking something that a lot of us have carried for years. For some of us, even though we're adults, we still live or we come from this background where there are certain things we just don't discuss openly with our parents. Some things we learned from school, we only discuss with our friends. And
Yemi, I'm surprised you could even say sex out loud.
I don't think that's a word I've ever said in front of my parents. I really don't think.
It's uncomfortable, right?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like this would be, if my parents watch this would be the first time they've ever heard me say the word
say it 3
sex.
times. Again, say it again.
You say it.
I think...
No, Christine should say it.
Oh, yes, that's true, Christine.
Making love.
Oh, yeah, it's true. She
does call it making
She never
love.
calls it sex. She always calls
but
it making love.
But it's not only making love, yeah?
My dear, it could be just the
It could
raw,
really
raw,
just
raw.
be the act.
Passionate one, the pam, pam, pam,
Pam,
bam, thank you, ma'am. Or sometimes I like to call it genital meet and greet.
Whoa!
Yes.
So,
okay.
First question to just, dip our toes in. Did anyone here ever ask their parents while growing up how babies are made or where babies come from? I don't mean as a child. I mean like as a teenager.
I think I never did.
Okay.
And there wasn't even that environment to us. It's like growing up, that topic of sex is kind of an absent topic, like when it comes to parents. Maybe in high school and university, you can hear about your friends saying they did it or they are dating. But it's kind of like a low-key topic, very absent. It's something you need to learn by yourself.
Yep.
To your point, as you mentioned, it's something you need to learn by yourself, or you hear about it from friends, or when you start dating, it's the first thing you want to tell the guy, okay, you like me, but I'm not going to have sex with you. I don't know. For me, that was my first thing. Like when a guy told me I love you, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll love you, but I'm not gonna have sex, so it's not about sex.
Okay.
So I never got I don't think it even ever crossed my mind. To ask
as a
my
follow-up
parents,
to this, to Yemi's question, and I would like, both you and Faith to answer because it's more for the women. So Faith, after you answer, if you asked your parents about sex, did your parents also, specifically your mother, also talk to you about sex? Maybe when you started having your period, for example.
So
okay, maybe after Faith.
I grew up in a religious household. I think I've said it in a second or third episode. So growing up, that phrase doesn't exist. Even King James Version always says, and Adam knew his wife. So that phrase of sex, it doesn't come out. So growing up, since religious background, we just assume that God gives the children. That's all you know. Children comes from God. So we just close our eyes. God just puts the kid comes out. And based on our background, where you don't ask teams, I can't even mention sex. You know where I read about sex or how I knew about sex? You know these Ghana novels we used to have. I don't know if it's Ghana novel. I'm sorry.
That's what we call them,
but
I
that's
know
what we
what
call
you're
it in
talking about.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
That's
it's short fiction. So growing up, when we were in high school, then I don't know if this book still exists. There were these fiction.
20 pages book of
very
15.
short.
Yeah.
They were mostly written by Ghanaian authors, and they
Yes.
used to be rampant in Nigeria. And then I say Nigerian in Nigeria.
Yes.
Then and it was mostly about sex and just raucous stuff. It was also mostly read by secondary school students. So I remember in my school then there was even a clampdown on it. They used to seize it. If they see you read any book by a Ghanaian author, it was seen as a bad thing.
So
because it had like the
Yeah.
sexual
no, so
content.
I remember
Yeah.
the first one. I can still remember. It was called Mathematics in the Bedroom. That's how much it stuck in my brain.
Why?
Because
mathematics?
it was a story about a young girl that had a teacher. That was the first time it was a teacher that made her know about sex. She was doing extra lesson classes, and then the first time she went to go for.
This is basically abuse.
But that's how I understood the concept of the sex, but I did not know how it happened. Like you put something inside. So they were saying it in the book, you put something inside, but until I got to secondary school where they're teaching us biology, reproductive system, that's how I could fix two together. And to your point, Buchi, my mother never taught me anything on sexual education. I'm sorry, Mom, but why? Because for them, how they view it is that virginity is being praised. This how I grew up with. Like jokingly, she used to even tell me that. Yemi says we will laugh. I think I've said it to him. She would tell me that
I know what she's about
somebody.
to say.
She's like, my friend's daughter got married. She was a virgin. The husband bought the mother a car. So it's like something to like. You can do the same, but no conversation on sexual. Like when I was at my period, I mean. I could not even tie that to have. I mean, because of biology, could not tie that to having kids. But nobody taught me that. Rather, they would tell you that if a man touch you, you get pregnant. So if a man do this, you get pregnant. Yeah. Nobody tells you the truth. And you know the thing, if you actually tell people the truth, then you even prevent pregnancy from happening. My parents were so scared of unwanted pregnancy. Like that was all they could see or think about. So I don't know if I answered your question, Buchi, but no conversation, nothing. And to Christine's point, it's bad because when you get to puberty, your body changes. You know that there's this urge to have something, but because nobody taught you about your body's like you would want to have a touch of someone. There's this you feel good about it, but you cannot channel the right way, and then you start to get advice from friends or they'll tell you do this or do that. If our parents they even tell us about it, maybe we'll see it differently.
So I remember growing up, now the memory comes to me, but I remember my parents talking about something. I don't remember what they were talking about, and the whole sex education thing came up, and I think my mom was telling my dad, oh yeah, they teach them these things in school. So don't worry about it. Something like this. I don't remember what the conversation was about, but I remember this particular part. And some of us that grew up in Nigeria might probably remember this TV show, I Need to Know. I learned a lot of things from that TV station, from that
I cannot
TV
relate.
show.
I don't have TV in my house.
Oh yeah, that's true. Deeper Life. That's also another conversation.
So, but tell
I think
me
it was
about
sponsored by maybe UNICEF or something.
Yes. And also at that point in time, that particular TV show was, I think they were doing a lot of sensitization around unwanted pregnancy and HIV and contraceptives.
My father my father took us for an HIV show that even made us fear sex. So I think we're in secondary school. No joke.
Most of us were shamed that. Yes, it's because true. And they made it to fear these things.
We're in secondary school, and I think because he works for, they had this program where they were educating people about HIV. My dad took all of us there, and there was this man that was just talking about the fact that he was always a virgin and all of that. And then for the first time he had sex, he had STD. He went again, and then he got HIV. So. And now HIV then, it was, you could not cure it. It felt like death sentence. So as a kid, I'm like, oh my God, never, no sex. Sex, HIV, death.
Actually, to
Sex,
your point,
HIV, death. No joke. Fear. The fear.
Yeah, I think
was
to your
real.
point, there is more education around prevention of sex than having sex, like the guidelines around that. Because I think in high school they start these I don't know, they're like drives, education drives, from UNICEF, United Nations, and all that. Basically, educating young mothers, like those who get kids, let's say teenage mothers, how to be responsible and all that. But it's no more okay when this is something about sex education. You get it? It's more about, okay, maybe you're pregnant, this is what you should do. And I think also naturally, if you look at it, it's not spoken, but our community kind of expects schools to educate us about that topic.
To be fair, at least for my secondary school, they did. I remember being in GSS 1 and GSS 2. We did have people come to. I remember there was even a book they shared, and it was very educative because that's what they taught us about. The kind of different STIs and STDs you can get.
Yeah.
So yes, unfortunately, some of our parents would just expect your school to educate you, but it was very, very useful because let's be honest, and there are also even statistics on it. If you were taught about sex, there'll be a lesser chance of having teenage pregnancy.
Yeah, that is true.
Because some people don't even know things about like safe period, things like that. Many people don't know.
Rubber, nothing.
You get there are people in their 20s that don't understand that let's say the woman is only fertile within a certain period of the month, things like that,
I didn't know these things
or how long.
I came abroad and I heard about flow calculator.
Exactly, flow calculator, or how long the sperm stays in a woman's body.
I had no idea.
Things like that. It's a
they were
shame
not
that we don't
specific
know
about reproduction, especially. But in Uganda, they have those workshops like books.
I also had that in secondary school.
Yeah, so they teach you about protection, pregnancy, fertilization and all that, but not necessarily the actual.
So the issue here is not even about learning it in the school, because I think for most of us, we all learned it
from school.
I will speak for myself as well. My school, then we had from junior secondary school, we started getting like sexual health education, and they were bringing like professionals to come to school to talk to us about it.
And doctors and nurses.
For those that don't understand what purity culture is, because obviously we know our listeners are diverse.
Yes.
Faith, can you just give a quick summary on the idea of purity culture?
Purity culture is basically abstinence of sex until marriage.
Preaching abstinence of sex.
Preaching abstinence of sex until marriage.
Yes.
It's like no sex before marriage.
Which now leads me to a dilemma that was shared with us very recently. So this lady was talking about how she's a virgin. She got married as a virgin. Her husband was also allegedly a virgin.
Say allegedly.
Yes, because there's
no
test.
You can't tell.
You can't tell.
You can't tell it.
The husband was allegedly a virgin. They were both Christians, and they grew up with a strong religious conviction. Got married, and on their wedding night, both of them as Christians, they tried to do the horizontal tango, as I call it. And unfortunately, apparently, the man did not know what to do with his member. He did not know where it went. And they looked up some videos. They found out what to do. Anyways, they were able to get it in. But over time...
after how many attempts?
We don't know. We didn't ask for information. After a certain month, the lady discovered that she was not getting fulfillment from all of these sexual encounters, and she started to feel bad about it, thinking, is this all? Is this all I get from sex? Is this my reward for keeping myself for years getting married? Which also then leads me to another thing of how purity culture is a bit... it's more heavily skewed towards the women, because...
I have a different opinion.
So you think... tell me.
It depends on where the angle you're looking at it from. You're right, society maybe, but in my own little culture, like I told, my own religious background, it's everybody. Because they start to preach about it that God did not tell Adam what to do, or if it happened.
Yes.
So in my own culture, my own religious society, it's very small if I look at the world.
Okay.
The purity culture was both on male and female.
I understand this.
On both parties. But I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Where the word, because it's the woman that you can verify. Like you said,
My experience
allegedly.
has always been, it's always the woman that bears the brunt
Because
of it.
evidence.
I get the point.
Because
what you're saying. Because
they treat it like, let me land, because it's a bit heavy and it's controversial. And please know, this is not my opinion. I do not 100% advocate for this, but if this is your belief, it's fine. Please go ahead. But I don't like this thing where the woman is shamed for being a prostitute. They're like, oh, you've been discarded, or if you look at it, also growing up as students or as children, they always say it as, I know that parents want to protect the girl, but they always say it as, oh yeah, the boy just wants to use you
and dump you.
I'm like, okay, yeah, but both of you are getting like pleasure from it. It's not like one party is using the other party, but this thing has stuck. And these days, I don't know about these days, but growing up, a lot of women were then being shamed as, oh yeah, I slept with her. Oh yeah, she slept with everybody on the street. But yeah, you also slept with everybody on the street. Like,
I have a question. Sorry, I just more like to follow up on what Yemi said for both Etiang and Faith, because you mentioned that you feel like it's both for the man and the woman. Do you not think that there's a bit of a double standard there? And also, if you notice the language,
double standard?
So I would continue with that. If you notice the language that is used when we talk about sex between men and women, if you notice, it's a little bit of, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a little bit of something the man takes from the woman.
Yeah.
That's how I'd like to, explore your thoughts on why you think it's equal, like it's a man and woman thing and not necessarily more heavily impressed upon the woman.
I'm looking at it from the window of how I grew up, more with the lens of the purity culture perspective. So in the religious church, it was more on both parties. Like that's how the church preaches it. But I hear you, if we go outside society, it's because it's the woman that you can get the evidence from. I think we've even heard cases, I'm sorry if I say something like where they say that after you've been, I don't know if disvirgined, they will bring the evidence and want to showcase and all of that.
Yeah.
It's because it's the woman that you can see the evidence. So even if the man is saying he's pure, there is no evidence. So I hear you, but growing up, the same thing, the same standard they hold the man to, in that my little society, how they say hold the woman to. But I agree that in the world, because the woman is who you can get the evidence for. So even if the man comes and tell you, whatever it is, you don't
can
know.
say the word virgin.
It's virgin, like
Faith. Look me in the eye. Say the word
virgin.
Okay.
And the thing, ladies cough. And the thing is that what I also don't like is that if a woman has been in the world, I'm using my church lingo, sorry if I offend people. When a woman has been in the world, like you've been living your life, multiple partners, or one is fine. But then when they say, oh, I've repented, I've given my life to Christ, and then you hear that, oh, I've become a new virgin now with God. That's the phrase that also drives me nuts. Where in my own little sphere, they believe that once you've given your life to Christ, you also become re-virginized and all of that. So I hear it. That's why I say that in my own part, it's the same. They try to be fair, but it's not fair. Out there in the world is not fair.
I think I would approach it from the traditional point of view.
Okay.
From our cultures, like general African culture, and not only African culture, I think also in Europe and America, it was kind of a movement.
It was at some point in time, especially in America.
Yeah. I think there is double standard. One, because not in our families, maybe because we come from maybe like our families were more aware about it and they didn't present it that way. But in some families or cultures, it's more a girl has to be a virgin, not a boy has to be a virgin. So that's double standard.
So who is the boy sleeping with?
Good question.
If the boy has to be a virgin, if the girl has to be a virgin and the boy not.
Good question.
Who are they sleeping
Good
with?
question, and we should have asked this to our society.
We're discussing this also from a heteronormative point of view.
Yeah. So it's a good question, and I think that's a question that should have asked long time ago during those movements, that who is the boy sleeping with and all that. But I can deviate a little bit, guys. I'm also that kind of person who, like, I wanted to do it in marriage, not because of society, But I think
you.
it was a preference, a choice. And I know there are people outside there who make that choice, that they just want to wait. But I also want to make it clear that for people who do it, it's okay. It's a personal choice as well.
Yes.
And we need to respect that. I definitely don't like that culture of shame where they say, oh, she slept with this person, or she has dated many people. It shouldn't be like that. I think now when we are grown up, you realize that when you date, you have no intention, okay, I want to date and end this. Always the goal is, okay, this is the person I want to be with. But when it ends, the person has a choice to move on and fall in love with another person. So that could also come with making love to different men.
Okay.
So they shouldn't be shamed about that. So
it's funny she always says the making love. She says the making love. It's like making love. It's not always fairy tale. It's not always love.
Yummy.
You didn't answer your dilemma question about
yes, that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want Yummy to do.
So it's an open question because
what's
now
the question
I want
again?
to,
I've forgotten now.
The lady was like, basically she was questioning if waiting until marriage was worth it, primarily because she wasn't getting the physical fulfillment.
I'm going to say something that I'm worried that would dent my image.
It's okay.
You know, the first thing we need to understand our bodies. You need. Our producer is laughing. I'm a bit shy.
No. It's not because of you. Because before we started recording, Christine said something that
yes, she did. I think you should say it.
Okay. What did she say?
So basically, Christine, am I allowed to say this?
It's up to Christine to say.
All right, so
Christine, if you're comfortable,
so I need to say something. She said it's what she said, and she's like, we can talk about it.
She
so
said
basically,
what she said.
Christine is she's keeping herself, but she also said, I don't want a man who doesn't know what he's doing.
She doesn't want a virgin, basically.
So then what's the point? Because if you are keeping, I really appreciate it. It's good that you are keeping yourself and all of that. But then why don't you want a man who is keeping himself?
No, it's not like I don't want. I think it's more like
preference.
Why would you prefer? Yes, that's the
maybe I should correct myself. It's not preference, but I think it's just natural expectation that okay.
Can I say something?
You expect the man to know.
So that's why I was.
Can I
you
say
can
something?
learn together with the person.
Can I say something, Christine?
Yeah.
Do you know the reason why you're saying this? Patriarchy.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
Okay. How do they do that thing? Yeah, exactly.
So, but you just say that it maybe the reason for somebody waiting and wanting to do it, somebody who knows, is because of patriarchy.
So, I have a different.
What man have you heard saying that he wants to keep himself, but he would like to his female partner to be more experienced?
Yeah,
it would dent their ego.
This brings me back to the thing of saying, again, if purity culture is your thing, it's completely fine. I don't have anything against it.
I was going to answer your sexual fulfillment question.
Please go ahead and talk about the sexual
I should have let it go because it will be more embarrassing.
No. It's okay.
Please say.
What I was saying about the friend is, it goes back to how.
No, this person is not my friend. It's a dilemma we received.
I'm sorry. No, what I was saying about.
Clarification.
Yes.
Okay. I was saying that the first thing is that we need to know our bodies. This goes back to how, I don't know, parents teaching us or just exploring your body. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say what I want to say because but say exploring your body, what makes you excited? What ticks? Because if you don't know what ticks your fancy, how would someone else know?
So do you mean exploring your body before you get to, like, before you meet your partner, before the wedding night, or after?
I'm answering your friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So that other people can learn.
If she has known her body and know that the back of my ear excites me, when you just touch it, it excites me.
Yes.
Or there is, I'm trying not to be vulgar, but there is
be as vulgar as you can. We can bleep things out.
There is let me use the mammary gland. That's the right word. There is a part.
So the nipples.
Yeah, that's exciting. Or you know that, okay, when you touch there's some part of your body that's exciting.
Yes.
Which you need to know. So you need to know what makes you what
Now,
send
Faith,
those
I have a
endorphins to
question
your
to
brain.
you because
My God,
within this
that's why
context, these things are preached against. You're not supposed to masturbate. You're not supposed to touch yourself because it's of the devil. So how should people
That's why
discover
I'm
themselves?
saying that's how we are all going. I don't want to say I go against.
Should we say that when people decide to
No,
be
because
together?
this is not a. It's
This is
matter
not
of
this is not
learning.
it's not people
I'm
being
trying to
together.
understand.
It's as you're growing older, you should know your body because at the end of the day, you know your body. You know what excites you. I don't need a man to tell me this excites me.
You don't get me again.
Yeah,
This is why
I get your point, and let
Thank
me
you.
come there. I also think that also for people who have not done it before,
Yes.
it's about communication. You get
Communication.
Communication.
When
You've
you
never
don't know
done it
what
before. You don't know what to
What,
But
if you don't know it, what are you communicating
Getting
that
to
you don't know?
somebody.
Exactly.
When you're stressed about so
If you're learning together, right?
Because so I didn't go into
learning.
I didn't go into details because this person shared a lot of things, but basically on the wedding
That's why I
night there
say-
were a lot of things that were shared that we can't talk about. But both of them were nervous.
Purity culture.
Tell me,
I don't want to say. I mean, I grew up there, but
we all grew up in it.
Why you teach your child purity culture, or tell them I would prefer you wait before marriage. Also, let your child be empowered with your body. Know your body. Know what you want. That's what I would have if that person had known what she wants.
Okay.
When she gets into the marriage, they're both virgins.
Yes.
Before they even do, they can also explore their body and get fulfillment.
Is there
get my point?
is there a way
But-
that people can explore their body in a
But before you continue, I'm sorry.
Please
I
go
also had there are a couple books
Yes.
or like love making books that people can read, and then like I've heard of books like Kama
Books.
Sutra and all that. You can read books to learn.
Yeah,
new
have you
things.
actually opened Kama Sutra? Because I have it on my phone. I can send it to you. Because Kama Sutra is about sexual position.
Oh,
Like she said Kama Sutra, but it's fine. Kama Sutra is good, but you have to have a level of experience because
Okay,
someone
so
has
guys-
never sorry to continue.
Yeah.
Someone has never done it before. How would they know to raise your leg up?
communication.
Communication.
I like how you keep saying communication. Okay, Christine, imagine
Raise your leg.
me and you now. Okay, I'm a virgin man. You're a virgin woman.
Wow.
We're in our 30s.
Wow.
We meet on the wedding
I'm
night.
envisioning it already. Wow.
You've never done it before. I've never done it before.
Wow.
I don't know what excites you, and you also don't know.
Wow.
What are you communicating to me?
Okay.
Because in my mind, I'm just like
I am the referee.
we lift it up, we put it in, and that's
Put it where?
In my because I don't know anything.
That's why I
If
said
you-
put it in.
exactly.
You don't even know where they're putting it
So,
in.
here's
Because
my
there are
question.
multiple holes, though. Before
Yes,
I put it
there
in the
are.
wrong one.
There are.
Here
There
is
are.
now my question. I appreciate
Let her
people
communicate, Yemi.
who want
Communicate.
who want to keep themselves. I appreciate all of it's completely fine, but also this could lead some people to sexual frustration
Agree.
in future.
I
But
agree.
if you want to work against that, how do you then know your body?
You
For-
learn together.
You want give Yemi this explanation.
No. See, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Wow, you took my spot. Go ahead.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. I understand where Christine is coming from with communication and learning together, which is true.
Yes.
Now, you're saying this in a vacuum, in a bubble, where there are no other emotions involved. Unfortunately, there are. We are humans. And so, because of that, there will be frustration.
Yeah, I was gonna go
There will
sexual
be
frustration.
expectations.
Yeah.
Expectations will not be met.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very turbulent time. So you say communication and you learn together, like it's going to be just a very smooth process.
It doesn't.
Think about it when you're learning any other thing, any other type of
Driving
thing.
a car.
You fail, you get frustrated, you get upset. Now you're dealing with another human being as well. No matter how much you love the person, there's always going to be friction. So the point Yemi and Faith are trying to make is you can sidestep a lot of these things by just knowing your body. Yes, there's communication, yes, there's something together, but you can sidestep a lot of these, awful or, bumps by just learning about your body. So I'm just trying to
Yeah,
play
because the
devil's
man
advocate.
would
Yeah,
have
makes
known
sense,
that.
actually.
Sorry.
Makes sense.
When he's excited and you don't understand, he can relieve himself. You guys can try again, wait again. You relieve until.
So I have a question that I still think hasn't been answered.
Answered.
And maybe we would never find an answer to it,
Yeah.
and it's fine. But if I were outside or I was a listener and I'm listening to you guys and I don't know, getting ready for marriage, I've kept myself all this time, how can I know my body? if this is important to me and I want to say, okay, I don't want to have a life where I am sexually frustrated. I don't want to be with my partner. And then 6-7 months later, we still haven't found that chemistry in the bedroom. Is there a way I can do this within the confines of religions, within the confines of my religion or within the confines of purity culture? Is there a way, or is it like absolutely not? If I touch myself, I have broken purity culture.
If you look at religious, if you want me to answer from religious background, if you touch yourself, yes, they say it's a sin.
It's a sin. You're going to hell.
You're going to hell. So you have to.
But sorry, to counter that, technically,
I can even answer you.
We've made let me say, I personally have made the research. I don't think there's anywhere in the Bible that specifically says
your body is the temple of the living God.
Wait, hold on. There's no place in the Bible that specifically says masturbation is a sin.
Wait, let's go check. Go ahead, ask question.
Ask the AIs and the chat GPTs and the Googles and whatnot. Like, there's no place that specifically says
although there was a part
explicitly
where some
mention
guy poured his seed on the ground, and I think he was struck for it.
No, it was wasteful. So that was him being wasteful because he didn't want to help his brother's
wife or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
That story.
So that was being wasteful.
And did God kill him, or what happened?
I can't remember. He's probably still alive.
Okay, you're right. I think the Bible sees it as a sin of selfishness, which now becomes an indirect sin.
Exactly. And
So
unfortunately, people have turned it around that is masturbation.
Lust is a big thing for you. Is it possible at all to know your body without a partner?
Do you want us to answer you from the
let's take religion out of it, because not everybody that is listening to us is religious.
I don't need a partner to explore my body. Why do I need a partner to explore my body?
Within the confines of purity culture.
That's what if you're looking at purity culture, it depends on how people see it.
Yeah.
So if within that purity culture per se, they said you should not. I'm trying to play 50-50. They say you should not have sex without marriage. So I can do all of that things as long as I'm not having sex. That's the leeway. Let me act like a lawyer.
Yes.
Let me act like a lawyer. The purity culture says we should abstain from sex.
By the way.
So if I do everything, even cunnilingus.
Exactly.
Cunnilingus is not sex.
Oh gosh.
Right?
What is cunnilingus? Please,
it's not sex.
I disagree.
I'm sorry. Wait, Christine, say that
culture.
again.
So purity culture means...
No, I didn't hear what Christine said. Faith, please, listen to Christine. Christine had a question. And I don't believe Christine is asking me this question. Really?
Let's continue.
But we discussed it initially.
You know the genital meet and greets that happen in the bedroom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. That's not cunnilingus. Cunnilingus is when you decide to greet the other person with
with the holy kiss.
Like the romance.
With the holy
kiss.
No,
romance.
With the holy kiss.
Because I'm trying to keep this PG-13. It's when you use your mouth.
But
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. So Faith, you said cunnilingus is not sex.
No.
I did not.
She's looking at the technical aspect.
I am going with I'm answering you.
That virginity thing.
The purity culture says that we should abstain from sex before marriage, and I'm sure they're referring to penetrative sex because that's where you can see the evidence.
Yes,
that's where you can see. I'm going with the purity culture. So if I want to be smart about it, if I want to be a smart generation to bypass that, I could do every other thing aside from the penetrative sex.
But then
I don't want to go vulgar,
I know what you want. You want to go from the other side.
So
and Faith, if in all honesty, I'm so sorry, but in all honesty, then if you say you do every other thing but actual penetrative sex, do you then would in all honesty tell yourself that you're a virgin?
Of course not. But we are trying to. The point is that we're trying to be. I was trying to answer Yemi's question, like, how do I, if I'm going with the technicality of purity, what is, because that they're looking for evidence. But at the end of the day, I think purity, it depends on you as an individual. What do you see as purity?
Okay.
But I would say to people, you own your body, know what excites you. Because at the end of the day, to Christine's point, Christine is not talking a lot now. To Christine's point,
because she's inexperienced.
So I'm the experienced one.
You're married. Hopefully, you and your husband are doing something.
Yeah, but guys. Can we say that now that purity culture is not so emphasized nowadays because of
I'm sorry.
Like nowadays.
I disagree. Oh, yeah. I digress.
Every day you go on, like women are shamed. Also, some men are shamed, but it's mostly like women are, yes.
It's still happening.
And
I'm sorry, but I know that some people are going through that. It's not like we are bashing it, but
if you strongly believe in this, it's fine.
Yes. I grew up that way too.
I know you grew up. Speaking of, I never actually asked you this. I mean, I think in your personal life, I understand, but maybe you can elaborate more for our viewers or our listeners. Did it impact you in any way as you became an adult?
I have been very, I like to search for things. I like to find things. I've always been very resourceful. I read things. That's mathematics in bedroom I told you guys about. My mother found it, they burnt it. I still found meals and bowls. I still found things. I was always a curious child.
So you were very exploratory.
So I was even if I had not done the act, I could tell you how it works. I could explain it clinically because I was reading it. So I think that's what even saved me from peer pressure. When I was with friends, I'm very vocal. I'll be talking about it like I've done it, but she no experience, nothing. It's just hot air. Hot air. Bloody hot air. So when I'm free, I'll be talking like, oh, you don't. I'm sorry to my friend. Maybe I must have misled you. I'm really sorry, but I just wanted to.
Okay.
I want to just fit in.
So let's now bring it back for looking at the dilemma that we have and the person that talked about, I'm still having sexual frustration 6 months after marriage. There are a lot of people who are in faith-based communities where this is still the case. I actually, I have an example for everything. But
wow,
it's about a circle of friends. I only know myself.
This one is a close friend whose wife was she was circumcised as a child, and he was confiding in me that sex was really stressful because she couldn't climax.
You don't get fulfillment. She's always been anxious.
Yes, this is another.
I'm crying even thinking about it. Like if I.
Honestly, I don't know what that is. I'm probably going to Google it after this.
Female mutilation.
Female mutilation.
Female genital. Because there are some cultures actually who do it. I know in my country there is this culture that was observing that, and our government kind of banned it.
Yes.
And there is some like campaign.
Okay, so sorry, the lady will never be honey or
no. Basically, like the way they circumcise men, they can also circumcise women. In
basically cutting the clitoris. Cutting the clits.
So that's the way you get satisfaction from.
If you look at it, some of the cultures that do this, I remember I watched some documentaries some years ago. The idea was you prevent the woman from
promiscuous.
Exactly, from being promiscuous. And I'm like, how? This actually
just
even makes it worse.
And angry, right?
There are people in this situation. There are people who were not genitally mutilated, but they just don't know what to do. And within the confines of this faith-based culture, there is also a lot of shame around sex because in a way, I feel like we were brought up with this idea like sex is not something you enjoy. It's a duty to
perform to the man. Buchi mentioned something like that.
How can these people move forward?
Can I say something? So before you marry your partner, I would assume you love this person. Like I'm going to sound like Christina communication. You love the person.
You like to make love.
You love the person. If you sit down and it's not working for you, if you guys are being open-minded, I have to speak to the mic. I think the first advice I would give to those kind of couples, be open. I know it's shameful to even for a man to be able to say that you're not fulfilling your wife's sexual desire because it's a hit to his ego or something like that.
Yeah.
People don't come out to say those kind of things, but you guys need to sit down. Be open. If you could see, there's this sex doctor they people go to, they will tell you maybe for 1 week or 1 month or something. I don't know what they'll say, but try foreplay because you can get satisfaction from that angle. Try it. Get to know your body before slowly you get to that angle. They should see. Okay. They should be open. Okay. See doctors. I don't want to say watch movies because some people would bash me and say it's not good to watch those videos or something.
The dilemmas, they said they watched the video.
Also, I don't know if it is common, but I heard from my married friends that also the church has certain classes they teach to married people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's new.
During marriage counseling. During, I don't know. I heard.
I think we need to
during
find out.
marriage counseling,
Yes.
they even teach them about when you get married.
That's actually good
blah,
to hear.
blah.
No, this is good. This is the first time I'm hearing of this, but
Of
it's
course,
actually
they
good
do.
if they do
They
it.
teach that, but they don't. Did they teach you how to get sexual fulfillment? No.
Yeah,
You think the church will
also
go into the
in
fulfillment?
church, I don't think
they
sex
might
is
teach you
about
your safe period. I know
fulfillment.
they might teach you safe period. Like,
Okay.
okay, I don't know if church has stopped it, but no, they're not practicing this
Contraception.
So they'll teach you safe period. They'll teach you, but the church teach. I'm
Family
sure
planning, all
even
those
I don't want to
things.
say what I want to say, but are you sure even the person teaching is even getting fulfilled? We might not even
Christine,
know.
I can tell you for a fact that whatever they're teaching, maybe at best, if they want to be very spicy, they will tell you, foreplay is important. Maybe make your wife happy, cook her meal. That is what they're going to teach you.
Really?
Yes, so like at least I watch many of those clips of pastors explaining how to please your wife online, and it starts essentially with, make sure the house is clean. You know, foreplay starts from the beginning of the day, not just at night. And they explain to you that, make sure she's
just
happy,
rolled my eyes.
get
I'm
her
sure
flowers.
my
No, really, that's
sweat
what they
to the
tell
back
you,
of my
and that's
head.
I'm sure that's what they're going to tell you in that class. In the Catholic Church, for example, I can't speak for all, but the one I grew up, they do not believe in actual contraceptives, like using condom. They believe it's a sin. But so what they will teach you is safe periods, understanding your safe periods, which I know people that has worked for, and it works excellently if you have self-discipline.
And if your cycle is also regular too, that's another
And
thing.
if your cycle is
If your
regular.
partner is not cheating, because they
Cheating?
Well, no, they're not going to teach you about
cheating.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. That's what they teach you.
Using safe days, there's high chance somebody
Oh, okay,
brings
sorry.
you STDs.
I reckon your point because now
Yeah.
it's like
You get the point.
You have to
I
trust your
do.
partner.
Yeah,
You
they
have
will
to
be
trust your
teaching you.
Okay,
Step
another
days
caveat.
back.
We're talking within the confines of a monogamous relationship.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to be clear and specific here.
Yeah.
If it's not monogamous, then one person is bringing unwanted diseases. to the
Not
partner.
necessarily, unless it's a polyamorous relationship and then you are within the confines of a polycule. But carry on.
Okay, I need to educate myself
I
about
have no idea what she
Exactly.
said.
The English was just English.
Oh my god! But,
So, it feels like I'm interviewing
did we get
this question.
the sexual fulfillment part? Because
So
I think-
as the viewer, I still don't. I understand you say we should be open. We should
I
see
think
a
that
sexual
fulfillment
doctor.
one is difficult to talk about because it's kind of
Individual.
it's a bliss point nobody ever understands. That's what I think.
fulfillment,
Christine,
you cannot fulfill yourself
No.
personally.
No, I'm saying like to like
I've thrown
You
Christian
can-
no,
no,
boss.
like-
Easy on Christine, guys.
No.
You cannot
hold my hand as you talk. Okay, no, you've been coughing, but keep talking.
Girl, you can't fulfill yourself.
No. What I'm saying is that the fulfillment.
I know what to buy.
Yes,
Yes.
let her
It's
finish.
difficult to measure or to understand for different people. So it's also difficult to explain it.
I know what to buy Christine for a birthday.
No, wait, chill.
I
What
buy
she's
that
saying,
rose.
what she's saying is actually valid because
Yeah.
individually, like people's level of fulfillment is different.
I think
sexual.
it's the
Oh,
big
yeah,
O.
sexual-
We're all
yeah.
talking about the
Sexual
big O here.
fulfillment.
For a guy, it's I would say it's easier because he can just do 1, 2 and poo, and it's okay.
That's why people say that women need rose
1,
toys.
2.
Okay.
Toys. Somewhere I'm worried.
He's embarrassed of you.
Somewhere you have a pre.
No, chill. But
You have some free-
Okay, chill. Let me bring it back now. But for the women, like sometimes they may have unrealistic expectations from. Wait, chill.
Somewhere I'm
All right.
It's not a safe space
I'm
anymore.
invested. All right.
It's not a safe space anymore.
Unrealistic.
Wait. No, because I'm saying this from a personal experience. Like, okay, let's not say personal experience. For experience. No, chill. Like,
Well,
let's say an instance now when the girl is overly exposed to a certain level of
So
fulfillment.
she's more experienced than you are.
Okay, yeah, let's just say that.
Okay.
Then she's bringing in that sense of, okay, yeah, I want you to do this. I want
You have to be
do that.
open-minded.
Yeah, but
Okay, so
let's just cut it short.
I
Don't
think
worry.
No, but this is a good question.
This is- yeah, we're talking about it. I'm not changing the topic. We're talking about it.
A good question.
The question is now, how do you handle situations like that? Actually, because like in your head you are thinking, okay, let's say in your head you're
Honesty.
thinking you are doing the most, but then the other person is overly like has this expectation in their mind that, oh yeah, you have to do this, do that. How do you handle that?
We're talking about
Communication.
sexual combat.
Sorry, girl, Christine.
I think this is where I think
Christine's answer for everything is communication.
Yemi has
It's
said,
very correct.
Yeah, speak up.
Yemi has said this,
Yeah.
this thing before to us. I think where he was saying toys, but Christian's face was a meme that was going on the internet.
Take toys. Do things that
You're
will
right.
spice up your. If it's not working, if that is the problem,
Therapy.
if that is the
It's
problem
not
you guys are
therapy,
having,
it's therapy.
and
but she's right. I think there are two things. Be honest. Both partners have to be honest. The first thing you have, it maybe was terrible. Then she would say to you, I think you should have done it this way. You as a man, you know you do. You'll be defensive. Men are mostly very when you tell a man that you could have been better.
listen, me, I'm open to feedback. Oh,
This is
I'm
good,
not
but-
defensive.
Yeah,
I'm
but
open to
people-
feedback.
People act very
You are
defensive. They act very. They go defensive. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's you. You like. But you will know that for a woman, that's why she tell you her body. If you touch certain parts, she's very sensitive. When people meet in relation, just try to explore your partner's body. Like, explore it.
And
to
be
be honest,
patient. Be patient
You're
while
right.
you're
You're right.
exploring, yeah,
Properly
be
right.
patient, yeah.
Explore the body. She will tell you what works for her. Slowly. I mean, the first time might be horrible. Second time, it will get better. Third, after your fourth time, you will reach somewhere. But maybe
And the other thing,
also,
right, respect as well. If you're touching here and she doesn't want, skip. Touch where she wants.
Yeah, I don't understand though. that one.
Communication.
I don't
She has a
understand.
point.
Yeah.
She does
No, I
have a
don't
point.
No, I
understand.
agree with Christine.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to
I'm
respect
using
your
personal
partner's boundaries
sorry.
and wants.
I'm using personal experience because I don't think there's no part of my body that will say I don't want. But go ahead.
Everybody has comfortability
yeah, that's why
levels.
I'm laughing at when she said, I was like, oh, because I internalized myself that there's no part of my body that I say I don't want.
So
Everywhere
yours
fly
is
and
touch
go.
everywhere.
On the run. Anyway, going back to the point. I think men, whenever the woman is more experienced than a man, men always have ego issues, and this is where the part of
That's
shame
true.
comes
The
into
shame,
play, where
yeah.
they don't want to say it because they feel like they will be shamed. I think even most times where I don't know, it's in Nigeria when the man and the woman have issues, next time the woman will go online and say he premature ejaculation,
Yeah.
3 minutes man
You
or 2
cannot
seconds
do-
man,
yeah,
you cannot
that's
do
true.
that.
And then the man will come upstairs and say, "Yo, he's
Yeah,
wide."
it's why. That's why. So those kind of, I
Things
think
like
those
this.
kind of things
So
men
they
have.
don't respect themselves.
They've put it with shame. Where it's fine. Maybe you cannot just perform well. It's fine. Maybe you need to learn. Maybe you guys need to figure out. Like Yemi say, try toys. Maybe get her. Start with the.
huge advocates.
Start
Yeah,
with
I
the.
think
Start
be
with the.
open
Start
to
with
learning,
the. Open to learning. Start with the roles. Maybe to help it
Because I
fast, and
think
then you can do your 1, 2, and
Maybe
it's
because
over.
of the
Sorry,
very
I shouldn't be saying
religious,
that.
conservative background that some of us grew up in,
Yeah.
we feel like, that activity is just,
To make children, procreation activity.
just go in and come out. There are a lot of other things that you can do to spice up those things in the
Agree.
bedroom. And if you have been trying, if you grew up in a situation where you kept yourself for a long time and then you finally met your partner and both of you together, as Faith said the other time, the chemistry in the other room is just not there.
Okay.
Don't be shy to talk about these things, and don't be shy to seek professional help. Buchi, our logistics manager, wants to say something.
I have a question for all three of you,
Tell me.
which is a spicy question. But
Oh my God, our reputation at stake.
no, I say spicy because it might be controversial, especially since we've been talking about it in the confines, within the confines and outside the confines of religion.
Okay.
What do you think about the concept of virginity? Do you think it's a construct or not?
I think it's a social construct. It's people should be allowed to make their choice. So if I have a child, I would raise her to say, I don't know how I'll behave as a parent. Let me take it back. Let me use my younger self, how I would have wanted to be raised, not my child. I would have wanted someone explain to me about sex, tell me how it works. I would have not mind exploring my body more when I was younger. Try it. That's it's my own personality. I would want to learn and try do what I need to do. That's your choice. Another person might want to keep themselves because they feel like it's a gift I'm giving to a man. Another person's opinion. Where I'm like, on my wedding night, that's my own special gift I'm bringing to the table. It's your choice. So at the end of the day, it goes back to tell people what it is. Give them the pros, give them the cons from my own perspective. Then let them make their decision. That would have been the better option. And then maybe we'll not have a lot of I don't know. I don't want to say what I want to say in my mind, but let people make their choice. I'm pro-choice because for me, I would have loved to. I might not even explore because I tell them, don't make them feel like you have to be a virgin. If you're not a virgin, world is gonna fall.
If you think about sex alone, you are a sinner.
The thought is true. You're right. The
thought alone, you're a sinner. Oh gosh.
So let me make my choice. Let me do what I want to do.
I think for me, it's a choice, and people should respect everyone's choice. Like I said at the beginning, if somebody wants to do it, it's okay. If somebody wants to wait, it's also okay. But I also agree that there should be that open communication, especially for young adults, so that they don't grow up just expecting to learn things from biology and, because the danger with that as well is later on they're dating somebody and they're like, oh, I really wanted to be with one person and I don't like this man, but I don't want to break up with him because I wanted to do it with one person when I'm married. So I think it's not good. So the information should be shared so that we shape our children's individual choice.
Yeah.
And I also see how it is important in Europe that young adults here receive this education, so they are well empowered, well informed. They are not regretting making the choices because they know what comes with those choices. So I would say that it's a choice that everyone should respect if they want to do it or to wait. But we should definitely educate, them. Or I would educate my children so that they have the information, so that it doesn't come from the point of fright. If somebody chooses to wait, it's more like it's their choice. They enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And they're waiting. If it doesn't happen the way they wanted, they're not bashing themselves,
There is no shame.
There is no shame,
So I want to start with a story of
a friend again.
It's not a shameful story.
How come I don't know all these friends?
We live in different countries, and you know some of them. You met some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just keeping their names
Sad
private.
eyes.
I remember I made a friend recently who was telling me about how when he was 15, he used to bring dates over and then he would be in his room and he would lock the door. And I was like, in your parents' house? And he was like, yeah, of course they knew. And he was 15. And I was just thinking back to when I was 15.
And he's African?
No, this one is not African. See, this one is not African. But anyways, I think similar to Faith, I think let's foster an environment where we can teach young people about sex and sexuality, not necessarily encouraging them to go and be sexual, but it's explain these things to them, let them understand that, okay, yes, your down there is not only for urinating, and
yeah, me and his analogies. Genital meet and greets.
Yes, genital meet and greets, this is one. I also think that, especially within faith-based community, let's remove the stigma and the shame of sex. Like, you can't talk about this with your parents. You can't talk about this with your pastor. It's ridiculous that we can't talk about these things, but it's a part of our daily. How did you come here? How did the pastor come here? It's, through a certain process.
It's Christine said making love or...
Okay, yes. So. Whatever we choose to call it.
Christine, say sex.
I think that if I am a parent, I will try to, I'm saying I'm not a parent yet, but I will also try to bring up my children from that angle of, hey, this is not something to be ashamed of. Try to give them all of the information that they need at an early age so that they can choose and they can make better choices.
We should have asked Bart how his parents told him about sex, but he's upstairs. That would have been a perfect...
I would like to remind you guys that this then goes back to your previous episode about parental trauma. And, we were talking about it while we were traveling that, we pass down, it's a cycle. We pass down things from our parents. So let's first of all try and give our parents grace, because that's also how they were brought up.
Yes, agree.
It goes back to Faith's point in the other episode where we talked about the fact that, something you've learned, you're trying to correct what your parents tell us and you're overcorrecting. So it's part of the trauma where our parents were not raised to talk about sex. Unfortunately, for a lot of parents for our generation, they didn't really talk about that so comfortably. So some people did, some did not. And so I guess now that we're in an age of information, we should always, I feel like, it's now our duty to, break that cycle.
Yes. And to close us off, because we're reaching the end of this episode,
we need Christine to say the word sex.
Oh, yes, Christine, before I go into my monologue.
Why can't I call it making love?
No, I know, Joe, but just say the word. I'm just curious.
Because it's not making love all the time.
Sometimes it's just a one bam.
It's just boom, boom, boom.
Oh, is it that?
It's okay. We're
Sometimes
not.
it's
Like, it's what? For those that don't know, Sari Wagba just means quickie.
Wow.
To close us off, whatever situation you find yourself in, whether you are someone who has explored your body since you were a wee teenager, or you're someone who has kept yourself, if you find that you are in a situation with a partner or with yourself alone where you don't get this fulfillment that you are looking for, I think it's okay to seek help. It's okay to go for couples counseling. It's okay to have this honest and open conversations with your partner, especially if you're in a faith-based community and you're not really fulfilled. Talk to your partner. It's not shameful. It's not,
be honest.
It's not devilish. It's like, hey, I'm having problems with this, or we do not seem to have chemistry on this, and can we talk about this? Can we get help?
And let's hope your partner is also...
Yes, your partner should be open to it, because if one partner is not open to it, then it can lead to frustration down the line.
Yes.
I think for the person who sent us this dilemma, I hope that you guys can take from here that you really need to continue being open with each other.
Yeah.
You need to explore different modes of satisfying each other, and you should really go into, there are professionals, I think they're called sex therapists. That can also help.
How come I know all of these therapists?
Faith experience.
That can also help you improve that aspect of your life, if that is the only thing that is not
there
working.
are also wellness programs that indirectly can help you. For instance, there are seduction classes.
It's the same. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No,
Sorry, where? How do you know about this?
I think
Because
Christine has taken seduction classes before.
No, because
With her soft
I
voice.
go to the gym. So after my yoga class, the next class is dancing on heels. Then I think the next one after that is seduction class, like dancing
Seduction or stripping.
seductively. So there's seduction.
Have you attended
like
this class
dancing.
before?
Sorry?
Have you attended the class before?
No. But I know it's there because when I look.
Oh,
at
you
the
like to
attendance
attend?
there. But when I get married, I will attend.
You know, things like this. Spice it up. Spice it. Ropes, guys. Ropes.
Ropes?
Oh, there
Yes.
is
You
also
like
a class-
BDSM?
No, not me.
No,
There are people.
no,
I'm
there
just
is a
saying.
Okay, I was surprised that you like BDSM.
No,
You don't
sign
give me that
up.
vibe.
Don't sign me up.
There's
no.
also a class in my gym, dancing on ropes. You know, like the one where women are dancing, like swinging.
Is
on
it she
ropes.
doing it?
To pay my tolls and
They have like those kind of classes as well. One, I think they boost your confidence.
Good.
I think like those classes boost women's confidence.
This is really a good thing, because sometimes you also need to feel good with yourself
Body image.
for you to enjoy this. And so, do things that also make you feel good, like you said.
Try
I think
whipped
it's-
cream.
Yes.
And importantly, I know it's a small thing, but
Did you say
guys,
whipped cream?
I don't know.
oh, I
Can't
didn't
be
hear
me.
that one.
Can't be me.
She said whipped cream. No,
We have it on record. I will listen to it again. Please
Yeah.
go on.
Okay, dear.
It's just for granola.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to say is kind of, it's not a big deal. It can be dismissed, but I think, guys, I still think communication is very important
No,
at
it
all
is. It is
stages.
a big deal. It is.
Yeah. So communicate with your partner, and partner, please be patient and respect your partner as well.
I think role playing is important too. It's quiet. Yeah, role playing.
I'm sorry, what?
Why? Thank you.
Role playing.
Yeah.
It's good.
Thank
Yeah.
you to my man. Sorry.
And be romantic, for some of the things to happen, you
Yeah.
have to be romantic.
Okay.
Be graceful, treat your partner with love, Gentleness, very
After
important.
10 years of marriage, we need to go role playing and ropes.
You've not been married for 10 years. Wait 10 years and then you tell
Me?
us. Yes.
No, I'm very explorative, but let's go ahead.
Faith.
We still have the energy, Seth. Thing is.
But
What do you
boy,
mean?
Sam, I'm worried for your girlfriend though.
No,
I'm really worried. You're young and you're talking about bam and energy. I'm worried. One,
she's
two,
fine,
and
she's
you
fine,
say
she's
energy.
fine.
Guys, we've approached the end of this episode. I hope that you've been able to find something to take with yourself. And if you're just learning as well about purity culture, all well and good. If this is your first time again, please like, share, subscribe.
And guys, we are not professionals. We're just sharing from our experience and what we think is right. And we are joined by Buchi here, who also gave her opinion. And
Logistic manager.
And our producer behind the camera, the Gen Z producer. Anyways, give us a good
The
rating
sharpshooter.
on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again.
Next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.